boy. Bless and praises to the One Most High. Yeah, that was John 1, verse 1 through 5. That's a really special chapter, really special verse. A lot of times just gets kind of like ran through because it's so important, and it really is really explains why we need Christ in us. Take communion, the Eucharist, whatever you want to call it. One Sunday out of the month ain't enough, and that came from the Lord right there. Do it as often as you can, every day, if you will. No, it's not mandatory. But it's very beneficial. It's necessary. Anyway, let me focusing on John 4 because it relates to the Eucharist and it relates to a whole bunch of stuff. John 1 verse 4, it says, "In him was life, and that life was the light of men, and the light of women. That light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not understood it." Okay, so let's break that down. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. Alright? So in him was life. So when you take the Eucharist, you're taking the representative of the body and blood of Christ, which means you are ingesting the body and blood of Christ. Therefore, if you're ingesting the body and blood of Christ daily, you're filling yourself up with him. How long is the effect of a Eucharist last? Is that related to one's faith? Let's read it again. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. Okay? In him was life. The verse previous to that is chapter 3. It says, through him all things were made, and without him nothing was made that has been made. The verse before that was verse 2. He was with God in the beginning. And then the verse before that was verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. And the Word is capitalized, was God. Okay? So when you're taking the Eucharist, you're eating God, and God is dwelling in you, manifesting in you, becoming stronger in you. And by doing so, you're giving yourself life. The true light that gives light to every man and woman. Write your votes in. This November, write your vote in for Christ, Jesus, Jesus, Yahshua, Yahoshua, Jah, Emmanuel, conquering line of Judah, conquering line of Zion. Write your vote in for Christ as the next president of the United States, the true Christ, the holiest. Thanks and praises to the One Most High, His Imperial Majesty, Jesus, Jesus, Yahshua, conquering line of Judah, a conquering line of Zion.